The man who had everything. What is happiness? American Wallace H. Carothers invented nylon, a revolutionary new textile that was soon used to produce stockings of drastic resiliency. His employers at DuPont rewarded their brilliant chemist with exceptional treatment. For as long as he lived, wherever he traveled and whatever five-star restaurant he chose to eat in, the company agreed to shoulder the cost. Undoubtedly, they were happy to do this if it kept their star employee from being wooed away by other firms. If he became disgruntled and leaked the secret of nylon manufacture to a competitor, they would suffer a devastating loss. The cost of a lifetime of travel and fine dining must have seemed a small price to pay. Despite this promise of a life of ease, Carothers killed himself at the young age of 41. In a tropical country, an American scolded a native who spent all his time napping under a palm tree. "Stop being so lazy," he lectured him sternly. "Why don't you get a job and make yourself some money?" "What would I do with money?" "Save it in the bank, and before you know it, you'll have a big pile." "What would I do with a pile of money?" "Build a fine house for yourself. Then, if you made more money, you could have a villa." "What would I do with a villa?" "You could go out in the garden and nap under a palm tree." "I already am napping under a palm tree." What is human happiness? The American in the story above expounds the view promoted by humanity in general. Carothers' story clearly demonstrates the futility of this philosophy. So, yeah, this is the philosophy of a majority people, not only among Americans, but people all over the world. Of course, there are some countries where people cannot enjoy such material abundance, but they, they have the hope or dream to achieve the same material happiness, and this is a very strongly deep-seated. But we have so many examples that proves otherwise. In this story of American chemist Carothers was blessed with a lifetime of free travel and free meal, and people surely envy such status. But it reminds me of an American celebrity who used to enjoy traveling and eating exotic food, and he had his own TV program. But unfortunately, like this chemist, he also committed suicide. I think you all know his name, Anthony Bourdain. Yeah, I still see his program on YouTube video. Uh, but that's part of human life. That's not true happiness. That's not the purpose of life. That's just the means of life. Some people have very good tools or devices to play golf or to cook. Some people have so many kinds of different advanced, tools or devices, and people envy that kind of possessions. But that that's not the important factor to play golf in an excellent way, give good performance, or that's not the essential part of cooking. What is the essential part of cooking? It's the skill and the knowledge or technique or experience and everything. The tools and devices are just one of the means. We can cook without having cutting edge food processor or juicer. Yeah, all we need is good ingredients and maybe kitchen knife. So we need to brush up our skills, and that's what we are doing in our lab and the Dharma talk. So good job, everybody who are always joining our meetup event and learning the Dharma. So keep up your good work, and see you next time.
Bye, Yuji and Peter.
Bye, Hannah.